What's going on, guys? Gamers Goon back on the Gamers Goon channel. We've been on the Forward on Sports channel. It's been doing okay. Link in the description for that. Talk about sports over there. I've not posted a video since Monday, just because there's not much going on in the sporting world, so there's not much to talk about. There might be some stuff coming up soon, but there is plenty to talk about this weekend with the WWE and Money in the Bank. So, obviously, as I said in my change video that actually did decent, I want this channel to be exclusively wrestling, so the prediction videos are here. They're back. The videos, the channel, don't worry, it's not dead. It is alive and well. It's just, there might be some space in between videos to videos. I'm not gonna try to upload weekly on this. But let's put away the chitter chatter and let's talk about some Money in the Bank, shall we? Okay. Alright, the first match I want to talk about is the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match for the tag team titles that the New Day currently hold. They will be defending their titles against Miz and Morrison, the Forgotten Sons, and Lucha House Party. This is one of those matches that, at the end of the day, there's not much build. But anyways, the New Day, they're the champions. Miz and Morrison, they probably shouldn't have lost the titles. I didn't think they should have lost the titles. The Forgotten Sons are the dark horse here. We all know that Vince likes to do this thing where he'll put the titles on somebody just to get the titles on them without much build, without much thought behind it. I think this could be one of those situations where instead of building up the Forgotten Sons and getting them to a point where they can be the champions, I think this might be one of those situations where Vince looks at the Forgotten Sons and be like, you know what? They're young. Just kind of like they did with the War Raiders. They threw them into the fire, and you know what? You're really just going to give you the championship. We're not going to build you up. And it didn't work very well for the War Raiders. It didn't work well for the Street Profits. It's not going to work well for the Forgotten Sons. So I'm going to hope they don't do that. And I don't think Lucha House Party is in contention in this match for actually winning the thing. If the Lucha House Party wins, I'd be shocked. You're probably going to see a little rant on Twitter at the Gamers Goon YT Twitter account if the Lucha House Party wins. Because really, the Lucha House Party, what have they done in the last 2 years that is notable outside of anything they've done on 205 Live, right? They haven't done anything. Does anybody care about the Lucha House Party? Because I do not care about the Lucha House Party. But at the end of the day, I'm going to take the safest bet possible in this match. I'm going to take the New Day. I mean, it's the New Day. What do you want? I mean, they're always the safest bet when they're in a match because, you know, Vince likes them. By the way, I also want to mention, if I get the majority of these matches wrong, there are 6 matches, so if I get 3 or more wrong, I will be on my reaction video. I will be starting to do challenges. This challenge is going to be, I'm going to be hitting an egg on my head. The egg's going to crack on my head, and I'm going to have to do my review in the egg, yolk all over me and whatever. So just want to throw that out here, just so you guys know, because I did mean to mention that earlier. But there will be an egg cracked on my head if I get 3 or more wrong, since there's only 6 matches announced. If there is a 7th match announced, it will not count towards this. It won't be counted as wrong. I will do a prediction on Twitter, but that does not come in for the egg crack, just so you know. Now, let's move on to the Women's SmackDown Live title match. Obviously wearing the Bayley shirt. Bayley versus Tamina for the Women's SmackDown Tag Team title. Or not tag, what am I saying? I'm thinking about the tag team match, and then I'm thinking about the SmackDown Women's title. The SmackDown Women's title. Tamina versus Bayley. Under no circumstances does Tamina win this match. Tamina, she ain't it. She ain't it. And it's not that she's not my cup of coffee. What has Tamina done? She's never there. She's there, what, once a year, maybe, for a Money in the Bank, maybe a Royal Rumble, just so that they can have enough names on the card. She doesn't do anything. She doesn't do anything. She comes through every now and then just to fill the card and say, you know what, we have enough women to do this. Tamina is not somebody you're going to put the brand on. You're not going to have Bayley drop the title to Tamina. Because the money with Bayley right now is Bayley going to SummerSlam fighting Sasha. It will happen. Believe me, as long as this whole world situation that's kind of putting a damper on everything is out of the way by SummerSlam, that is going to be the match. It is going to be Bayley versus Sasha. Face Sasha versus heel Bayley. Believe it. Believe it. Because you're going to have the crowd. We all know what they did in Brooklyn. That's going to be the same thing. As soon as that crowd can come back at SummerSlam, if this crowd can be there at SummerSlam, that's the match. That's the money match. Believe it. If they can't do it at SummerSlam with no crowd, they're pushing it off till Mania. Believe it. Tamina is not winning this title. I don't care what anybody thinks. I don't care how people think Tamina's going on this run as a dominant force. I don't care. Nobody cares. Tamina would have been much better off in the Money in the Bank match because she would have a better chance of winning. Because I'm just going to tell you right now, if Tamina beats Bayley, it's just going to be chaos, man. I'm sure you'll hear a lot of rants on Twitter. I'll be definitely one of them because Tamina ain't winning the title. There's under no circumstances does Tamina Snuka win the title. It's just not going to happen. Get it out of your skulls, get it out of your brains, whatever. Just forget about that thought that you might have of Tamina might win, because it ain't going to happen. I'm going Bayley. 100% confidence in Bayley in this match, because she's going to have a match against Sasha sooner or later. I don't know when it's going to be, whether it's SummerSlam, Mania, whatever. Sooner or later, we're going to get the match we want. We're going to get the match we all been begging for the last 3-4 years. To get a rematch of that 2015 match that we all fell in love with. We're going to get it. Next, we got the Braun Strowman versus Bray Wyatt Universal title match. Now, so far on this show, Bayley's retained, the New Day's retained, and, well, I don't want to spoil things for you, but there might be another retaining match in the show. I think you know where I'm going with that, but I'm not going to mention it right now. Braun Strowman versus Bray Wyatt. We don't have any title changes so far in my predictions. And we know they like to put title changes on pay-per-views. We know that typically it's rare that we're going to see a pay-per-view without a title change. I mean, there are pay-per-views without title changes, don't get me wrong. But usually there's a title change. And unfortunately, for Braun Strowman at least, he was a transitional champion. He will always just be a transitional champion. The plan was never to put the title on Braun. Obviously, it was for Roman. Roman was supposed to face Bray after this whole thing was over. I don't know how soon it would. I don't know if it would have been at this pay-per-view at Money in the Bank. But the plan was to get the title on Roman instead of Braun. And Braun and Roman, again, no. You want Roman to be big. You want Roman to be your guy. What better way than having Roman Reigns come back and defeating everybody's favorite Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, and have Roman go full-blown heel? Now, I know that's a shocking thing to say because they never want to put Roman heel. But this is the perfect opportunity. They've had plenty of opportunities to make Roman heel. Plenty. You have him take out a fan favorite in Bray Wyatt, beating Bray Wyatt, and then going full-blown heel. That is going to make him a big, big star. He's going to be a Seth Rollins type heel, in my opinion. He could be that good. I think you got to pull the trigger, put the title back on Bray. Because Roman needs to beat Bray to get the heel heat. Nobody's going to care if he beats Braun. Nobody. Not a single soul is going to care if Roman beats Braun. This is a lose-lose. It's always been a lose-lose. They wanted Roman to be a face carrying the company. You can't do that. You can't do that. You messed it up. The only way Roman was ever going to be a face is if he was the one that beat Goldberg. He didn't. Braun did. And Braun didn't get this love of the fans. He didn't get the fan reaction that everybody thought he might. That's unfortunate for him. But beating Braun's not going to make Roman the face. But having Braun win this match, Rowan's Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt was Braun's leader. Remember that. Bray Wyatt was the one that brought Braun in. It's going to ruin Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns' big moment's already been ruined. He never took the title off Goldberg. And Braun's not this big heel that people would absolutely hate to see with the title. So Roman's not going to get over. This is going to bury Bray. You got to put the title back on Bray. You got to do that because then you have the golden moment with Roman Reigns to make him a full-blown heel. Because he's not going to make a big babyface run out of beating Braun Strowman. He's not going to make a big heel run out of beating Braun Strowman. But he could with Bray. You got to get the title back on Bray. I'm going Bray Wyatt. Hopefully they make the right decision because you cannot have Braun Strowman beat Bray Wyatt. You just cannot have it happen. Now let's go to the last of the title matches. The one I sort of indirectly referred to earlier. With Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins. Two guys that have been doing really great work. Drew McIntyre, I love the whole fighting champion thing. He's just been out there. You can tell he's enjoying himself. He's fought everybody that stepped up to the plate. I really like what Drew McIntyre's doing with the title. And then Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins, I've said it and I'll say it again. He does his best work as a heel. The Monday Night Messiah is literally probably the best thing going on WWE television, week in and week out. I'm not even joking with you. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that Seth Rollins' work wasn't great, because Seth Rollins, he just makes you. I mean, when Seth Rollins said in his promo that he's a leader, he's a leader. I can see it. He's leading this Raw division to be something better than what it probably is right now. It's making Raw feel a little bit better. That's why Raw, to me at least, doesn't feel as dead as SmackDown. Because Seth Rollins is that good. The guy is doing his best work. This might be better than his 2015 work. Seth Rollins is that good. When he first turned on the heel, he had some good work. He made me hate him because that was before I understood the heel face aspect of things. And that was what the intention is, to make somebody hate you. Seth Rollins is doing that now. I love it. I love everything Seth Rollins is doing. I would love to sit here and tell you Seth Rollins should be the champion, because whatever Seth Rollins has been doing these last few weeks, since WrestleMania and even before WrestleMania, it's been absolutely brilliant. Seth Rollins has been the guy. Seth Rollins has been the one you're going to look at and you're going to be like, you know what? I want that guy to lead me into the promised land. That guy has the it factor. Seth Rollins is it. Unfortunately for Seth Rollins, I don't think it is today. Seth Rollins is a guy I would love to see win Money in the Bank. We saw what he did last time, cashing in at WrestleMania 31. One of the biggest moments and one of the best moments in WrestleMania, if you ask me. I love that moment, even though he was a heel. I didn't really appreciate it at the time, because that's still at the point where I hated him. But I've gone back and watched it a few times. And for a long time, it was the background of my computer that I took to class. Seth Rollins was the guy during that heel run, and he's the guy now. I would love to see a situation where he loses to Drew McIntyre. He takes out his frustrations on an Otis, a fan favorite in the Money in the Bank match, a Rey Mysterio, a Daniel Bryan. One of these guys. And then you're left wondering, well, who's going to get this last spot? Seth Rollins gets the last spot. Seth Rollins wins Money in the Bank. And Seth Rollins goes on and cashes Money in the Bank in later down the line. Because Seth Rollins is the perfect candidate to be a new fan favorite in Drew McIntyre. It's just not his time. Drew has barely had a cup of coffee with the title. You can't do it now. You gotta wait. But Seth Rollins is the next WWE champion, if you ask me. His work throughout the last few months with this Monday Night Messiah crap has been exceptional. Some of the best stuff on WWE television this year. Probably the best stuff on WWE television this year. Seth Rollins deserves that run. But it's not the right time. It is not the right time. I want to see Seth do it, but Drew needs to have a decent title run before we can see that. So, unfortunately for Seth, I'm going to have to take Drew McIntyre in this one. Seth, he's just having great work, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Your promos are impeccable right now. The Monday Night Messiah, just this vibe of you think you're better than everybody. It's just brilliant, man. It really is. And then we all know what Seth Rollins can do in the ring. We all know what he can do in the ring. We've seen it time and time again. It's just not the time. It's just not his time. His time will come. Whether it be a SummerSlam or maybe he does somehow get Money in the Bank and cashes it in down the line. I don't know. But Seth Rollins is the next champion. Believe me when I tell you that. Seth Rollins is going to be the next guy. Why? Because Seth Rollins is doing the best work in the last 4 to 5 years of Seth Rollins since his last heel run. And I might even go as far to say it's better. So Seth Rollins is definitely not winning this match just because Drew just won it. But Seth Rollins is the next guy. Believe me. Well, now let's get into the fun stuff. The Money in the Bank ladder matches. Climbing the corporate ladder, they call it. You start at the bottom of WWE headquarters and you climb your way up to the roof. Where on the roof you'll get a ladder and you'll go up and you'll try to grab the Money in the Bank briefcase. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. I don't know exactly what this is going to bring. I don't know what to expect. Maybe we're just going to be running up the staircase, up to the roof. Nobody's going to fight on the staircase. Maybe we see something crazy like somebody gets thrown off the second story of the building into a table that's conveniently placed on the first story. I don't know how the WWE headquarters is landscaped and what it looks like on the inside outside of some of the offices that you've obviously seen like in the 24-hour shows or where you see Vince McMahon meeting with like a Matt Hardy or whatever. I mean, we don't really know too much. I'd like to see a lot of that incorporated. I would like to see somebody get thrown into Vince McMahon's office. I'd like to see somebody get thrown down a level of stairs. I'd like to see some of that. Hopefully we get some of that. I think it could be very interesting. I hope it doesn't come off as just a joke. The last few Money in the Banks haven't been great in terms of the actual Money in the Bank match. It's just been a lot of, we're just going to act like a normal ladder match, and then at the end, we're going to get a little bit interesting. We're going to have somebody do an RKO off the top of the thing, and then somehow somebody's going to climb up and grab it. No, we don't need that. We don't need that. We need this to be entertaining. The women's Money in the Bank is the one I'm assuming is going to go first. I assume this will probably start the show off, if we're being honest with ourselves. And we have Asuka, Shayna Baszler, Nia Jax, Dana Brooke, Lacey Evans, and Carmella in this Money in the Bank women's match. Now, I'm going to actually rank this in order of who I think has a chance to win here. Dana Brooke has no chance. No chance at all. If you're a Dana Brooke fan, God bless you. She ain't winning. There's not even a 0.00001% chance of Dana Brooke's winning. Unfortunately for her, she's not going to win. Sorry. Nia Jax is not going to win this. Nia Jax is on a roll. Believe me when I say that. They want to make Nia Jax into that force that could be the champion. It's not happening. Not now. Hopefully. They don't push towards that in the future. Nia Jax can do it on her own. She doesn't need Money in the Bank. It's not going to happen. Then we got, I'm going to say Carmella. Now, Carmella's somebody that's grown on me. When she won Money in the Bank, we all hated her. But since then, I've grown to like the little kind of annoying side of it. She's a good heel. The only problem is she's not the best wrestler. It'd be interesting to see her win, but we've already seen it. Don't want to see it again. And yeah, I guess she'd be the third to last. Then we got Lacey Evans, Asuka, and Shayna Baszler. And I'm gonna put Lacey Evans in that fourth spot, or well, the third spot. So I think she has a chance. Lacey Evans has a chance. It's a small chance. It might be like a 5 to 10% chance that she wins. But hear me out. Every opportunity they've given Lacey Evans, they could have pulled the trigger on her. They had her in the multi-women match at Mania. Could have easily put the title on her. And she didn't have to pin a Bayley. Sasha could have turned, and maybe Sasha helped Lacey Evans because she got mad at Bayley. Could have been any of those scenarios. You didn't have to have Lacey Evans completely beat somebody. And we all know Vince likes Lacey Evans. I don't know how much, though. I don't know how much confidence he really has in her. Because every time I thought they were going to pull the trigger with Lacey Evans, they haven't. I'm going to have to say Lacey Evans is probably the dark horse to win this, but I don't think she will. That leaves it between two women, Asuka and Shayna Baszler. I already told you there's about a 5 to 10% chance that Lacey Evans is going to win. That leaves about 90% between these two women, and I think it's split 45-45. I'm not joking when I say that. It's a dead split. I don't know who it's going to be. I think it's a jump ball between Asuka and Shayna Baszler in this match. And the case for Asuka, obviously, is Asuka. She's brilliant. I mean, we all know what Asuka can do in the ring. Just go back and watch any of her NXT title matches, any of her NXT matches in general. Go watch what she did with Ember Moon. It's good stuff with Asuka. It really is. And then Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler's been dominant. She's ran through the entire division in a heartbeat. The only thing she didn't do was beat Becky Lynch. That's the only thing. That's the only notch on Shayna Baszler. Asuka, we like what she's doing with the green mist and the paint all over her face and just yelling and in whatever language she speaks, just at the top of her lungs and nobody can understand. She just seems like an Asuka that's just angry at the world. I like that. And then Shayna Baszler, obviously, a legitimate fighter. We like that too. But you know how much we like Shayna Baszler here on this channel. We support Shayna Baszler. I'm taking Shayna Baszler in this match. I think it's a jump ball between her and Asuka, but I'm going to pick my favorite here. I wanted to see Shayna Baszler win at Mania. It didn't happen. Hopefully, Shayna Baszler gets Money in the Bank. And we all know Shayna Baszler. She wants the gold, right? I want her to cash in on Monday Night Raw. When Becky Lynch confronts her, I want Shayna Baszler to walk down to the middle of that ring, look Becky in the eyes, look at the briefcase, and say, "Get a ref down here. Because I'm about to beat her. I'm going to be the Raw Women's Champion, Shayna Baszler. The submission magician." We all love Shayna. Well, I take that back. A lot of people don't like Shayna Baszler. But me and a decent group of people that actually understand it like Shayna Baszler. So please give Shayna the title, or give Shayna the briefcase so she can be the champion, because Shayna just has that big fight feel about her, and I love the big fight feels. I've said it. People don't like Ronda Rousey also. I want Ronda Rousey back. She has the big fight feel about it. I've said it multiple times that she made that WrestleMania main event special. You got to get that big fight feel back. The Money in Becky is chasing after that. It wasn't beating Shayna Baszler. That wasn't where the money was at. You think Becky would have been as over if she was the one that had the title and Ronda was chasing and she beat Ronda? No. That wouldn't be the case. It's never going to be the case. You got to get Becky chasing. And the only way you're doing that is you got to put it on the most legit woman in your entire company right now, and that is Shayna Baszler. Should be interesting. And then next, we have the men's Money in the Bank. Now, this match, a little more difficult to predict than the women's. We got Daniel Bryan, Rey Mysterio, Aleister Black, Baron Corbin, Otis, and AJ Styles. I don't know where this is going. I do not know where this is going, so I'm going to basically take a shot in the dark and rank them the same way I do with the women. Rey Mysterio, I don't see winning this match because of his age. Rey Mysterio, he's been around the block. We all know that. Rey Mysterio, I don't think Vince is going to look at him and be like, you know what, let's put Money in the Bank on him and let's have him chase a title. That's not where the money is. That is not what Rey Mysterio is there for. Rey Mysterio is there to put other talent over. Now, this is where it gets dicey because every other person in this match I could see winning. But I'm going to have Baron Corbin at the 5th spot. Why? Because Baron Corbin already won a Money in the Bank, and they didn't pull the trigger on him, so I'm going to assume they don't want to pull the trigger on Baron Corbin as a WWE champion. I like Baron Corbin personally, but I just don't see it happening this year. Maybe next year with Money in the Bank, Baron Corbin can finally actually win. Hold on, I'm adjusting my light. All right. But I don't see it happening with Baron Corbin. I just don't. I mean, it could. We all know Vince likes Baron Corbin. I don't know how much he actually loves Baron Corbin. And for Vince to put the trigger on him, he has to love Baron Corbin. I'm not sure he's bought in on that. Then here's another dark horse, maybe. I got Otis at 4. Why? Because Otis is a fan favorite. He is not a Vince favorite. Sometimes you see Vince cater to the fans. It'd be interesting to see Otis become the champion after winning Money in the Bank. I just don't think it's going to happen. I think he has to go back and be with Tucker Knight. You can't just put Tucker in the backseat. Unless maybe you're going down a road where Otis is going to win the title, then Tucker's going to have a storyline with Otis. Well, you turned your back on me. You just left me you left me to sit in catering. I mean, that could be a storyline. It could be an interesting one, but I'm not sure how much I like it. Then I'm going to say the third one has to be Aleister Black. Aleister Black, I don't think is the Money in the Bank kind. I think he has a better chance than an Otis and a Corbin and a Rey, because I could see Vince doing it. At the end of the day, I don't get the Money in the Bank vibe from Aleister. Aleister Black's just somebody, he's just gonna come out and beat you up and do what's his job. I mean, he doesn't need to have this briefcase that could imply dirty little tactics of sneaking in here or there just to change somebody's title match or do whatever. I don't think Aleister Black is the right fit for that. Then we got the last two, AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan. Now, I did say it was basically a 50-50 between Asuka and Shayna. I think this one's more of a 60-40. And the 40% is Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan's been doing some good work on SmackDown Live. Why do I keep calling it SmackDown Live? He's been doing some good work on SmackDown. Daniel Bryan is somebody I would love to see back at the top, because Daniel Bryan's that good. We know what Daniel Bryan can do in the ring. We know what Daniel Bryan can do as a character. Just Daniel Bryan has, I mean, when Daniel Bryan is in something, you know it's going to be important. I love seeing Daniel Bryan in big matches because you know he's going to deliver. I would love to see Bryan do it again. But Daniel Bryan, I'm sorry, the 60% is going to AJ Styles. Why? Because let's talk about some things recently that AJ Styles has done. AJ Styles just had probably the match of the year against The Undertaker. The old Undertaker. The Undertaker has had a match in the year canon in how long? How long? AJ? He just did it. Sure, it was because of the Boneyard or whatever. But AJ Styles made that special. What has AJ done since then? Continued great character work. AJ Styles has swooped in and took Apollo Crews' spot here at Money in the Bank. He's the one that wasn't supposed to make it. So you got this guy, the undeserving AJ Styles, walking into Money in the Bank. And at the end of the night, he walks out with a briefcase. And then he capitalizes off of his already good year with the Undertaker stuff and how he undeservingly got in this match. there is going to be a match down the line between AJ Styles and Apollo Crews. Believe me. But right now, it's AJ's time to go back to the top. I can't tell you how much I miss the days back in around WrestleMania 34 where AJ and Shinsuke were going at it. Going up into Mania. The big feud built between them. I'm not saying the Apollo Crews AJ story is going to be that big of a feud. Obviously, at the end of the day, Nakamura was a letdown. But maybe, just maybe, when this whole thing gets over, instead of doing something with Apollo Crews, instead of actually firing the club, you re-sign them. You don't have to re-sign them for very long, because I know they don't necessarily want to be in the WWE, but you re-sign them for a period of time to do one feud and one feud only. Soon as this whole crap is over, soon as you can get fans back in the crowd, soon as AJ Styles is holding that championship, you got a certain man from NXT come out to challenge AJ Styles and make it a dream match scenario at a SummerSlam, at a WrestleMania, and that is Adam Cole. Adam Cole has the Undisputed Era. AJ Styles, he needs the club. That could be big. That would be big. That'd make Adam Cole the guy after AJ Styles. Make it happen. AJ Styles, in my opinion, is going to be the guy to win Money in the Bank. I don't know if the whole Undisputed Era AJ Club being resigned thing is going to ever happen, but imagine if it did. I'm taking AJ Styles because I just don't see some of these guys winning. There's possibilities for everyone. I think everybody in this match has a very good chance of winning this. It's just, my gut's telling me it's between Bryan and AJ, and I think it's going to be AJ. That's all. Anyways, thank you for watching the Money in the Bank predictions video. I know this is a little longer than normal prediction videos, huh? Actually talked a lot today, so there's that. But anyways, thank you guys. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like it. Make sure you share it on your social medias. The time you're seeing this, obviously there's already a thumbnail, but right now I'm going to be making a thumbnail, and I might do a Twitter poll to see which one everybody thinks is best, because I want to explore a few different ideas. This will be uploaded on Sunday morning. You know what? No. I'm going to upload this on Saturday. I'm going to upload this tomorrow. It is Friday currently. Last official day as a senior in high school, so congratulate me in the comments if you want, but yeah, I'll upload it tomorrow. When I get it out before Sunday. Sunday is Mother's Day. I knew I didn't really want to film this video today. I wanted to film it on Sunday, but Sunday is Mother's Day. I knew I wasn't going to be able to film during the day at least. So I wanted to make sure this video is going to be out there for you guys. So I'm going to upload this on Saturday, just so I don't have to worry about Sunday, Mother's Day, whatever. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and make sure you guys do tune in to the Money in the Bank review, because yours truly might be cracking an egg on his head, I guess, since I've stupidly came up with that idea. Like I said, 3 matches wrong, gets an egg cracked on the head. So, we'll see how it goes. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys follow the Twitter and the Instagram. Obviously, as always, down below. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next review of Money in the Bank.